But let me also tell you about some of the challenges what we face currently in the railway. As I mentioned, we evolved over a period of time. I mean, in the sense, from 1986 onwards to 2023, 37 years, we have developed applications organically one over the other. And as I mentioned, the first 1984 to 2004, almost 2 decades, it was only two applications on the freight and the passenger, and one got added to the other. And if you look at the application is as good as its architecture in the back end. So we have a hardware and our network. We have almost around 1,200 servers which are running, and a disaster recovery system in Secunderabad, and our number of cores, what we have is around 13,000. And as you all know, that discrete management of computation is a passe, and we are also getting into the cloud management. We have a very firm plan to migrate onto the cloud, and we already have a CRIS managed cloud, wherein out of our roughly 230 applications, already more than 55% of them are migrated onto the CRIS cloud. And on the network, also there is a lot of challenge which we need to face, and we are continually evaluating as to how we go about a job, because as you know, the cyber security has become one of the major issues. I don't know how many of you suffered on 25th of June when the IRCTC website went down for a few hours in the morning, 4 o'clock till afternoon, 11 o'clock. Any of you tried and suffered? Yeah, I think there are a couple of hands. So I think what we find is this security attacks are becoming some sort of a routine, and how we adapt to them. And here again, we never thought, at least I never thought in my lifetime, that we need to give so much importance to security. In fact, when I started my career in Bangalore, I myself started developing applications for the railways, and always the focus was on application. And I joined CRIS around 4 or 5 months back, and here I find a rude awakening that it is not the application that we need to look at now, which probably what took. Applications are very easy to develop now. I mean, everything is coming packaged. You need not, you just take Python, anyone can learn. You have something in mind, you import your libraries. Earlier, we used to write algorithms for different types of optimization, starting from linear search to binary to merge to whatever. But now you just import the library, take your data, the answer is there. It's become as simple as that. And the one thing that needs to be taken care of is on the hardware side, as to how do you migrate into the cloud. And here again, especially for organizations like us, we need to evaluate a number of things. What sort of cloud? Should we go in for 100% CRIS owned or railway owned cloud? Or should we go in for a hybrid cloud for some functionalities like optimization, simulation, and other things, which the tools are readily available and better done outside? And where should the data centers be? Should we still go with our expansion of our data centers, which we currently have 4 of them and 1 disaster recovery in Secunderabad? Or should we leverage on the strength of the data centers of these hyperscalers and others? Cyber security on all the 4 sides. I mean, you can take, I would like logically to think of cyber security like an XY graph, being an engineer. And you would find that on the x-axis, if you start identity, application, systems, network, and finally coming to the endpoint. This is the gradation of the application reaching into the endpoint. And on the y-axis, you need to have detect, response, respond, and recover. I mean, if you look at what tools are available in each of these cells on an X and Y, you would find, I don't think anyone in this room can actually tell me that this is the right tool, this is what we have. There are a plethora of tools which keep coming almost every day and addressing a particular cell in this particular XY matrix. And that has been a problem for us. I don't have the graph there, I could have actually put it up, which tells that this is one area where out of the tools which are available for us, including the simple tools what are called SIAM, where the entire logs of all the devices are taken and evaluated continually, to zero trust networks. I mean, there are almost around 200 independent discrete tools which need to be put into the systems to actually manage your system robustly. And what is the repercussion if you do not do is something which probably only time will answer as to where this particular thing would lead. This is GST analysis. This data is what we are trying to get at, which is becoming difficult for us because as you know that our market share is low, but we wanted to get this data to see as to what moves from where to where by road so that we can tailor our requirements to what the customer wants. And the issue is the first mile and the last mile. Here, with collaboration with the railways, with the postal department, we have done some experiments. Data acquisition, which was earlier done manual, is everything is coming through sensors. So this is another big challenge for us. I mean, what should be the backend network? And if you put a SIM for transmitting it, what should be the proportion of edge computing to the centralized computing? These are issues, this I showed you, to converge everything. And last but not the least is organizational structure. I mean, in this age of what I mentioned of crashing both time and space, is the relevance of the existing organizational structure of field, zone, divisions, board. Is it a good structure or not? I mean, how aligned are we? Something of these sorts. And yeah, thank you.